Back in chat. This. I'll feed him right now. In the shade of boy, we'll get you through the whole line.
Hey Conquer, how's it going? Do this real quick.
Yeah, pretty soon I'll take that. I'll take the stuff out of the oven for it.
Okay, cool. Like I said, oven mitts, open it up, let the steam go. Pull the rack out, and
I'll do that.
then you're good to go.
Wanna go for a walk? Wanna go outside? You don't wanna go back to sleep, huh? No sleep for you. We gotta go for a walk.
No soup for you. Just finished the chores a little while ago. Gotcha. Let's see. Depending on whether you consider homework chores or not, I've still got a little bit left to do myself, but nothing I can't handle. And by handle, I mean at a later time than this, because right now, we got to do this instead. Jeez, excuse me. Right at the start, and I keep my mouth open right at the start as I'm getting ready to go because I'm breathing in. And there's a burp. Well, this is officially an episode of Nintendo Capri Sun now. How you doing, everybody? Welcome back to Persona 5 Stream Edition. Last time, we witnessed the fallout of all of our work in Kamoshida's palace as he had a change of heart and abruptly mentioned in passing that he was going to kill himself just before Anne set him straight and he decided to turn himself into the authorities. Which is good because at least now we don't have blood on our hands for what we did, even though nobody could technically track what we did. But in the aftermath of that, we decided that we were going to continue working in the shadows as Phantom Thieves, formed a pact with our friends, and then explored Mementos, the dungeon, the palace of the general public, in order to try to figure out what's going on there. And what's going on there is basically side quests. And today, well, midterms are coming up, so we probably have to study like a maniac for the next 3-4 days. Because if we look at the calendar, there we have 1, 2, 3 days before they start, and that's gonna take a little bit to work on. Hopefully we'll do okay at it. It's basically, I'm pretty sure the score that you get on them is directly attached to your knowledge stat. So, the better you do in terms of your knowledge, the better off you'll be. And of course, I think, from what I understand, if you have level 2 knowledge, you'll still score pretty well on it. I mean, I think you can probably, if you were really cramming in studying in between everything else at this point, you could probably get to level 3 knowledge by the time you get here. But yeah, we've been busy instead. Maybe we'll figure out what that does in New Game Plus, but for now, nothing else to do except go to bed, because today was a long and tiresome day in Mementos. Hey Kira, how's it going? I plan on streaming until about 7 o'clock, I think. That's Eastern time, and it is 4:43 right now, so about 2.5 hours, maybe a little less. I guess we could ask Morgana some questions about Mementos while we're thinking about it. So it'll be probably about midnight for you, if I'm thinking your time zone is what it is. I think you're in GMT, right? So yeah, it would be, if you're in GMT, it would be about 12 o'clock midnight for you once I'm all said and done. What is Mementos exactly? Right, I got that part. Okay, so it's the social construct, or social unconstruct, of the general public's inner thoughts and demons, I guess. Okay, sounds good, Kira. Good luck with your streaming then. And if you get done before then I will see you then. If not, maybe I'll jump in and check you out. Yes, if you look below the stream feed, you can find a link to my YouTube channel where I post all of the archives and the exported VODs from my streams here on Twitch. So you can check that out if you would like to catch up over there. So, and for anybody else who's looking, that also links. There's links down there also to my Twitter, to my donations feed if you feel like buying me a coffee or something. Not that I drink coffee. And also a link to my stream suggestions down there. There may be more buttons in the future. I'm not 100% sure how I want to do that just yet, but yeah, that's how that goes. Anyway. Alright, Kira, take it easy. You have a good one too. So it's the World Palace. It's like the World Tree, except more death. Maybe. I don't know. The World Tree has a lot of death around it. But anyway, how'd the barrier open up? So his heart was so distorted that just changing the one person's heart sent shockwaves through this collective unconscious of everyone in Shibuya, and that caused the World Palace to open a door to us. I guess the butterfly effect is strong in the human mind. That's your cue, Steve. So yeah, I guess the more famous people that we work on with that, the more people that the more shockwaves we're gonna see in Mementos. So, just the off button right on it there is gonna turn off the. I mean, you hit the timer to turn it off, but then you just hit the off button that'll turn the oven off. So. Okay. Right, so I guess maybe we'll explore that Madarame fellow in a little while, and that'll be another bigger target for us to take care of. Yeah, why are you so interested in it there, Morgana? You seem to know a lot about it and also be interested in its shifting and changing a lot. Okay. Because you feel like if you get back down there, you'll find the key to going back to being a human. Alright. You think. There we go again with you think. Well, he's thought several things so far, and they've worked out pretty well for him, so his thoughts, his hunches are usually pretty spot on, so we'll see. Okay, that's all I need to know. Okay, how so? Okay. So yes, the weather outside actually has an effect on Mementos in some way. No, pull the lid off so it has a chance to cool off, yeah. So yes, the weather outside actually has an effect on Mementos as well. We will notice that more later when I start getting abilities that are affected by the weather, like skills for personas and passive abilities that are affected by weather. But it'll become more clear later. But the game does notate that in certain situations, and you'll see what those certain situations are when they first notate it. I think that's coming up pretty soon, so. Okay, sounds good. So he'll explain more later as we go along. Anything else to do? Don't think so. I think the plant is good. Yeah, plant is good. We planted it here. So it's going to be like, let's see. It was the 19th when we did it here. And it took 7, 14, 15, 16 days. So 7, 14, 15, 16. So we won't be doing the plant again until the 21st. That's cool. Alright, let's go to bed.
Well then.
Gotta get an early start so we can get working on our knowledge stat, since it's the only thing we don't have at level 2 right now. Sauce, please. These anonymous comments are pretty ridiculous on here. Oh, hey, look, it's a Sunday. Because it's Sunday, we have the day free. I don't know what I'm going to do, but we're going to figure it out. Oh, I guess they posted on the forum about that stalker we took care of yesterday. Yeah, what are you talking about, Mishima? Okay. So he's over at the diner. Alright, well maybe we'll go hang out with him. Oh, okay, Morgana. Well, hopefully. You go do your thing, I'll go do my thing. And Pepper needs to go do her thing. Hey, Brohan, how's it going? Come on, Pep, let's go outside.
Right? Can you go outside? She was sleeping.
Just give me one moment to take care of my doggo.
She is sleeping. She likes to nap. That's why we used to do this. Come, let's go outside. Come. Come.
Okay, there we go. Oh crap, chat, there we go. Just finished eating dinner. Oh good, I just finished eating lunch actually myself. So, I am stuffed along with you for now. Anyway. Mishima, what the hell is wrong with you? You look like, yeah, I was gonna say, you look like hell. It's something like that. So does that mean you're our HR department? Oh god. Yeah, fan site. I mean, I've already said it was the fan site, but not. And really, would Saizo see that? Like, well, I guess he could have enunciated it a certain way, like I just did, like where I said fan site, and he's like, what?
Yeah.
So yes, the short answer for our Phantom Thieves aficionado website is fansite. And actually, yeah, I mean, I'd say that is pretty catchy considering. Right. Well, you gotta leave the haters in there if you need the up and the down, you know what I mean? That's part of the whole, it's part of the fun of the forum and a blog, you know what I mean? You need the positive and the negative so that you can keep the general public interested. There needs to be two sides of the debate, basically, you know what I mean? Well, I guess, but you did good, kid. That'll do, pig. That'll do. Oh, okay. Gotcha, Kira. Well, welcome back, then. It does sound pretty tough, actually, now I'm thinking about it. I guess. Maybe you'll find out one day, Mishima. Maybe you'll find out one day. I guess. They only have one single reputation from a single target right now, so... I don't like the idea of him weeding out negative comments, though. again, I think you need both sides in order for things to be interesting on the site, but yeah. See, that's the part that I'm worried about. I mean, I suppose all of it just comes down to, as Masako would say, all of it comes down to marketing! But, you know, I still think that you need both sides. Yeah, you seem pretty hyped for all this. Are you neglecting your studies for me, Mishima? You really shouldn't do that. I'm honored, but you really shouldn't do that. Yeah, I like Mishima too. I like him as a character. I think he has a lot of growth as a character, to be honest with you. So, it's one of the reasons why I like him. I like his development over the course of the game. So, all right, sounds good. Although I still don't know if they're gonna thank you for this, the Phantom Thieves, that is. Yeah, how are you managing that on top of the midterms there? Or are you just one of those kids who doesn't study and you can do whatever you want in terms of your grades there? I was like that in high school, but nowadays I need to do things a few times in order to make sure that I have it down pat, you know? It's because I'm an old man. I'll be 27 tomorrow. If I was in an RPG, I'd be the cool old dude that people keep in their party, that all the teenagers with attitude keep in their party as a means of keeping them straight and narrow, you know what I mean? On the straight and narrow. Yeah, I kind of wish so too, but his storyline kind of strongly hints in that direction. We'll see what happens with him later. I don't want to say too much because I don't want to spoil too much about later parts of the game for Conker there. So his confidant leveling gets backup party members who are not in your party experience there, so it's pretty useful. So we'll be sure to focus on him and taking care of his confidant when he has his confidant ranks available. Well, I mean, I guess, but okay. And then here's the other thing, is that Mishima is one of your, yes, buffs the XP for the party, yes, exactly. Mishima will also be a source of side quests for you in Mementos, so the more of his social link confidant that you do, the more side quests in Mementos you'll be able to get from him, so. Alright, sounds good, man. It's a little over the top, but sure. Sounds good to me. And that increases his confidant rank to rank 2. No experience boost for this rank, but that's okay.
All right.
So yes, he'll give us information on targets and mementos, and then we can meet with him, and he gives you a quest, or a couple of quests, depending on what time in the game it is. You do the quest lines and mementos, you meet with Mishima, his confidant rank increases. So it's pretty nice to do those side quests, especially if you want to keep the rest of your party who's not involved in a battle up and up on the levels. It's a lot less grinding you have to do, basically. Yeah, he is the side quest, yeah. That's pretty accurate, considering what all goes on there, but we'll get into that later. You need sleep, man. Go home. Yeah, go home. Take a nap, for God's sake. Later, Mishima.
Hey.
Oh, don't worry, I will.
Well then.
No, I guess the home shopping program is on today. Now let's see. So Sojiro is not quite ready to rank up just yet, so we still need to make more coffee for that to work. And EY in the speech-giving manner over there. We could go and do another job at the beef bowl shop, but I think our exams are a little more important, to be honest with you. Same thing with Sojiro there. We could do stuff with him, but I think our exams are more important. We'll check out the shopping channel, though. Let's just see if there's anything on there. I basically checked this the first week of the game when I played it the first time through, and I never checked it again because I was like, I don't think anything good is going to come from this. But we'll try to check it on here as often as we can, so. Calming masks. Probably a null rage item. I don't think I'll ever need those. I mean, there is one enemy encounter, count 'em one, in the entire game where rage could actually be a problem because it's like an enemy that inflicts rage on your entire party and he's flanked by two enemies that repel physical attacks. So you basically can only use physical attacks and then you kill yourself by reflecting your own physical attacks back onto yourself. But, I don't think we need to bother too much. Especially since I'm pretty sure we can get calming masks later in the game when our money is actually more free. So, well, anyway, we couldn't do anything else today. I kind of wish I could have gone to the diner, but that's okay. How did I don't really understand how I did my saves there, but we'll go back to, well, let's see, this is 5-8, so this makes sense for it to go here. Okay. No, you can do it from downstairs too, Brohan, so. Yeah, some of those fights can be pretty annoying, but we'll handle them. I'll have it all taken care of. But yeah, you can do it from downstairs as well as upstairs. You don't need the CRT television to do it, so.
Now listen up.
It's too bad it's not raining, or this knowledge boost that I'll get here would be a lot better.
Make sure your
That's
clothes
okay,
are-
though. Alright, sounds good. Ah.
Can I talk?
You can talk, but as long as it's relevant to what I'm studying. Try to keep on subject here.
What are your thoughts?
Got some studying done. We should be pretty close to rank 2, actually, thinking about it. I don't think we're quite there yet, but the points that we've gotten in class have definitely helped us get close. Just gotta keep on studying. If we do a little bit each night, every single day from here till the exams, we should be okay. Edmund has to be trolling. Yes, and that's the thing, is that if you get a persona yourself that reflects physical attacks, it makes things really, really a lot more manageable, because a lot of personas, even though you have access to, they have access to their abilities, a lot of personas in the game prefer to stick to physical attacks normally. So if you have one that reflects physical attacks and you choose to raise that one, it's really helpful. I personally know of, I think, 3 or 4 of them that have the ability naturally, like without having to pass a skill along from one persona to the other. Unfortunately, 2 of them are used by literally everyone who plays this game, and one of them is not too great. I think it's pretty underleveled, and I don't like the design of the third one in that case. And the fourth one, I can't think of. Maybe there is only 3. Point is, because there's 2 that are used by literally everyone who plays this game, especially on YouTube, and the third one is ugly to me, I'm going to try to use things that aren't normally used by people in the end game, so hopefully it all works out okay. There might be some overlap and stuff, but I gotta stand out somehow, you know? Well, he could snowboard on all the pollen. Yeah, I know that feeling. I get early spring allergies, which probably means we'll be getting them soon, as the weather stays better outside now. I usually get them for like 3 weeks when spring first starts, and then I'm good for the rest of the year, but those 3 weeks suck. I sound like I'm sick the entire time, and it's terrible.
Seems pretty rough.
So yeah, as you may recall from what Morgana was talking about with Mementos, during times of bad weather, sometimes Mementos, it's better to go in there because certain different things will happen. Well, the bad weather, in this case, is notated right there where it says pollen warning. So just, if you're thinking about going to Mementos, look for days that have those on there. It won't always work out that you'll be able to go to Mementos on those days, but sometimes it will. So, you get them several times a year. Oh, yeah, that sucks. I can't imagine having it more than the 3 weeks I get it usually, but it's awful just for those 3 weeks. I can't imagine having it multiple times a year. And yes, it will in fact affect Mementos if you go on the pollen warning. I think it happens later in the game too, and we'll probably be taking advantage of it when it happens later in the game. No, actually, the one later in the game isn't pollen, it's flu season. Similar effect, though, I think. What's up, Ann? What's going on?
Right.
Man, we just got you out of a situation with a dude who was trying to rape you. Now somebody's stalking you? Holy cow. She can't catch a break. Oh, well, I guess that makes sense, too. Yeah, we always have to be cautious and, you know, lurking in the shadows in the palace, so... Maybe. Well, just keep an eye out, Anne. If anything else happens, tell Ryuji and me. We'll set him straight. Be like, the youngest brother in school where he has his older brothers and he's like, these kids are bullying me, and they just show up with him at school one time and the kids are like, oh my god. Yeah, Arahabaki, Giramekala, and Rongda are the three that have Reflect Physical naturally. Of those three, Giramekala and Rongda have been used by at least a couple of people with large numbers of subscribers who have played this game to the end. At least that I've seen, anyway. I know Omega used Rongda, I think, almost to the end of the game, if I remember right. Or maybe it was Giramekala. I know for sure that Giramekala is overused. That thing is really good. It gets really good abilities, and it can reflect physical. So I'm definitely not using Giramekala. I might get it temporarily to get one of its abilities, but that would be about it. Rongda would be okay, but I don't really like Rongda that much either. And Arahabaki is the one that I don't like because I think it's ugly. So, yeah. It's okay, though. We'll figure it out. Well, I mean, you could just atone for what you did. I guess they're high school students, though, so what would they have to atone for by this point, you know? Not a whole lot. Oh shit, my phone! Yeah, it does seem a little different since he's not here. It's funny how things just air out like that once somebody leaks a story, you know? Oh, come on. Do you really need other people to be grateful for, for that sort of stuff? It's just like... That's basically what I did my first stream through. I just looked at the stuff that I thought was like... Well, I mean, I guess it wasn't technically putzing because I did a little bit of research, but I looked up stuff that I thought was, you know, pretty cool in terms of their aesthetics, and I was like, I'm going to use that. So, it's basically what I'm going to do this time, but I've done some prior research to think about the ones that I specifically want with the specific abilities that I want, so... Yeah, Shakomon, yeah. That's another game that I gotta play at some point here, is Digimon Story Cyber Sleuth. I own it, I can never think of the Digimon that I want to use for my final setup, and that's where I always get hung up. And I'm just like, I don't know, if I can't figure that out, why would I want to... I don't know, I just feel like I need to figure that out before I can stream it, you know what I mean? Maybe someday. Oh, I know, I've played through the game already, I like it, but I don't know, I feel like it would be... It's tough for me to decide whether or not I want to stream it because of that hang-up that I always have where I don't know what Digimon I want to use. There's so many good ones, so it's hard to... it's hard to just pick, you know, like, a set number of them. Like, I think 11 is your limit. It's hard to pick 11 out of the 200-something they give you, so... let's look back up a little bit. Can I scroll up? No, I can't. Everything worked out for the best. Kamoshi'd actually been punished. That's a victory enough for me. Yeah, I think that's fair. Well, he'll probably rot in jail for a little while. Spend the rest of his life trying to atone for his sins, and depending on his personality and whether or not he feels fulfilled by the things he does after this, he'll either get over himself or he'll die with a lot of regrets. Kind of a sad twist of fate for him, isn't it? Yeah. Right, considering the things he did, it's hard to have sympathy for the guy. Oh, Hacker's Memory there? Yeah, that's another one. We don't have that one. We don't own that one in my house just yet. I was thinking about picking it up, but I was like, maybe I should stream the first game first before I pick it up, so... Okay, sounds good. Oh shit, my phone! New info. Okay. I mean, I guess. Sure, piece of cake. Standing out front of the school entrance, okay. Daisuke Takanashi, okay. I will go and check it out.
Okay.
So we have a new request, the bark and bite of a bully. And they automatically send you over to the hideout to discuss it if you want to go to Mementos. I do not. Okay, Conker, see you in a minute. Yes, exactly, Anne, and that's what we're all gonna go do. We're all gonna go study for exams. Leader's orders.
Let's go.
Sorry, Ryuji, I'm not going charging in head first. We gotta think this through. Right, Mishima gave us some good info.
All right.
So yes, there's a new category now available at the hideout which allows you to check out the requests that you have, and I think that shows like the difficulty of each request, and it might give you a hint of where they are in Mementos as well, but it's a good game, Brohan, so I would recommend it if you feel like playing it. Go for it. Okay, sounds good. Right, yeah, so if you don't have side quests, it's not that really all that worth it to go into Mementos because of the fact that time will pass when you go in there. So even if you get levels and stuff like that out of it, sometimes it's not really worth it without having side quests to do. Especially in my case, since in my case, it's like I'm on normal difficulty anyway for this first playthrough. So I won't need the levels, like ever. So, okay, so we can check out our requests here.
Well then.
What?
Oh,
We didn't send a calling card with the bank teller there. But yes, in Mementos, we don't have to do that. Probably because they aren't distorted enough for them to even have to worry about that.
What?
Right, exactly. And Mishima on the fan site is our calling card essentially, because he puts up a thing saying the Phantom Thieves are coming for you. So now the desire is distorted. Thankfully, unlike a calling card that you use in the mainline dungeons, you don't have to worry so much about this calling card being effective only temporarily, because you can literally ignore side quests until the very end of the game, and they'll still have their treasures materialized in Mementos. So it's convenient, even though it makes no sense considering how calling cards work normally, but it's convenient enough considering the fact that I'm not actually bothered with going to Mementos today. So, yeah, for a while. And by for a while, he means, again, for the rest of the game. Right. I think Mishima's got it handled. He seems pretty competent on there. It's not like he doesn't have a good head on his shoulders for this stuff. Right.
listen up.
So we have an arrogant bully who is a student here, and he's abusing and blackmailing kids, so he's Kamoshida Light, essentially. No objections on my part. So yes, now we can go ahead to take down the target in Mementos. And yeah, you can rate things by when you got them, your progress on them, in terms, and like ID'd is the final step before you go to Mementos itself, but done is the one after that. And then you can rate them by difficulty too, if you so choose. And there you go, you can look at the names and everything else like that. Once it says change the heart of the target in Mementos, excuse me, you're good to go. You can go right into Mementos and take care of it. As far as I'm concerned, though, that can wait. We have exams to study for.
Huh?
That's it for today. All of you go home and study. Leader's orders. Okay. Let's check this out. We can hang out with Ryuji again, but I'm going to wait still for that because there's actually a way that I can get his Confidant rank ready to go to the next level without hanging out with him for the day, and we'll see how that goes in a little bit. Takemi is also hangoutable, but again, we have more important things to do. Gotta study. Now, I think, and I never took advantage of this, but I think if you study in the library, you can get a guts boost alongside a knowledge boost. But I'm pretty sure if you do that, you only get +1 knowledge out of it, so I don't think that I want to do that. I think it's over here, if I remember right. So yeah, there you go. If there's a lot of noise around here, it'll tell you on days when you can do this. Like it told me here, studying will gain knowledge here, but if they tell you there's a lot of noise, you might gain guts out of it too, so it's not too bad. Yeah, so there you go. If Morgana's concerned like that, that means you'll get guts and knowledge out of it. But I'm not going to worry about studying here. We need the knowledge points more than we need the guts points right now, so. Gotta get to rank 2 on knowledge before we get to the exams. Otherwise, well, I'll miss out on some other social stats that I could get if I don't do that. So, yes, and the library is good when it's raining as well because you'll gain an extra knowledge point, just like anywhere else. So it's a pretty good way of doing that because you can essentially get what you would get out of a hot coffee order at the diner at the library, and you don't have to pay for it. So it's not too bad. I'll probably mix that in when it's raining there, but since it's not raining, we're heading to the diner. Because I can essentially get what I would get out of the diner normally. Well, actually, now that I'm thinking about it, yeah, if it's raining, it would just get you +2 knowledge and +1 guts, so maybe it's not as good as I'm making it sound like. But, oh well. It's free though, so you basically you exchange 1 knowledge point per 700 yen. So if money's tight, then I can definitely see the reason for doing it. So. Oh, the other thing, while I'm thinking about it, let me open up my notes for the game real quick. Let me just put chat away for 2 seconds. Because there's a new persona that we can actually fuse right now if I really wanted to. Well, I'd have to buy back another persona. Maybe I'll wait. Maybe I'll wait to do that until a little later. We could also go to the bathhouse tonight, but I don't know. I'm kind of concerned about the studying thing. So, did I save it before I did this? Hold on. Let me save it real quick first.
I'll just add
I don't
this.
think I did. No, I didn't. Okay, let's save it before I do this then. And then we'll go from there. Yeah, I got money. Let's go in. Yeah, busy in here, but that's okay. I don't know how the waitress doesn't see Morgana there. It's like, he's not making it exactly covert when he flops back into my bag and sticks his tail all the way up in the air, but oh well. Coffee it is. I don't keep track of these things, I keep telling you.
Man.
I do what I can to get the guts boost. Plus, in this way, we can keep working on our guts so that we can get it up to rank 3, because that's the most important social stat for us to get after knowledge level 2. So.
All right.
Yeah, I do like that. It's a nice little touch how they have the journal for you, and they kind of hint at the fact that you really should keep a daily log because you're a criminal on probation, so it makes sense. I like that. It's a nice touch. There's a lot of little nice touches in this game, I find, that make it seem more immersive, you know what I mean? So, there we go. Knowledge rank 2. I am learned now. Sweet.
All right.
But we'll keep working on it because there's plenty of opportunities to study before the exams. I personally think that it's good for us to keep doing studying, even though I'm at Knowledge Rank 2, because, first of all, it makes sense, considering exams are in 2 days. Why would you go and goof off when exams are in 2 days, you know what I mean? Second of all, it lets us continue working on Knowledge Rank 3, which we'll need for another Confidant in a little while, so... Yes, it was worth the delay, although honestly, I'll tell you this though, I am a little bit disappointed that they didn't get the game out on Valentine's Day of last year. That would have been, with their slogans and everything like that they've got going on with the game, would have been perfect. But unfortunately, it didn't quite work out that way. It's sad, but you know, they did what they had to in order to make sure the game came out, so. Uh-oh. Yeah, I think that's a common sentiment there, Anne. Ruh-roh. She hasn't been studying. But yes, here's an opportunity that we have in order to increase our Confidant points with people without having to hang out with them. Anne wants to study, so if we decide to study together with her, it'll pass time, but we'll gain some knowledge out of it, and we'll get points for her, what's it called? For her Confidant rank. Now, she doesn't need it for her next level, but Ryuji will need it, and he is going to ask you tomorrow night because he likes to wait until the last second to do everything. And of course, if you weren't concerned about this, you could, you know, hang out with Sojiro, make coffee, do a whole bunch of other stuff, but I am concerned about it, so let's call Anne up and study with her. I got nothing better to do tonight, so let's do it. Alright, sounds good. Sojiro, I have a guest. Maybe we'll make her some coffee while she's here. Oh no, the diner in Shibuya. I thought she was saying we were going to meet here. Oh well. It is good though, because she can help out with English as a second language for Saizo, and he can help her out with math, which seems to be the subject that she doesn't do as well on. So, yeah, I think so. I think I'm getting it. Well, that's good. So there you go. You get 3 knowledge points out of studying with your friends. So it's good. It's well worth the effort of hanging out with them, as I said.
All right.
That's not it.
And there you go. There's your extra points for Anne there. Okay, yeah, here. Let's work on the math there.
Back.
Well, that was a good session. You wouldn't get the opportunity to do that, by the way, if you decided to go to Mementos for that side quest. Which is why usually what I like to do with Mementos is I like to cram all the side quests together into one big, long dungeon crawl. So, like, I'll get 4 or 5 of them at a time usually before I actually bother to go into Mementos. So, even if there's the crazy weather going on, you know what I mean? So, oh hey, it's our resident student council president. Has she introduced herself yet? I think she has, as Makoto. Well, you know, we're on the same line, so... Yeah, and we're in the same class. That helps, too.
Oh.
How so? Well, like I said before, misery loves company, and we were all victims of Kamoshida, so, you know, that sort of brought us together a little bit, you know? Alright, later, Makoto. I'm just gonna call her Makoto. I'm not even gonna bother doing the proper thing, which is to kind of cut it off, like almost put a hyphen between the M-A-K-O and the T-O. But I'll just call her Makoto. It rolls off my tongue a little easier. Wish Ryuji was here to hear that.
Shall we begin?
Actually, that probably would put him down a little bit, wouldn't it? Oh boy, we're learning about samurai today. Oh, well that sucks for the heroes of yesterday. The magistrate's patronage. Probably magistrates were not so well liked in that year, huh? Oh, yes, sir.
Do you know the answer?
So this is the dude who originated the term magistrate's patronage. Who is he? Well, if you don't know your Japanese history, you probably wouldn't have any idea of who he is. If you've played previous Persona games, you might. I know the answer, though. It's Minamoto no Yoshitsune.
This is it. Correct.
Because I've read his background from previous Persona games, and so I know that this is where it comes from. It also helps if you use him as a persona, and that in and of itself helps because Yoshitsune is one of the best personas, if not the single best persona in the entire game, because of his exclusive move Hasutobi. But that's not something I'm going to bother with because I'm not going to use Yoshitsune this playthrough. Maybe New Game Plus, but I doubt it, honestly, because alongside someone like Giramekala or, you know, a bunch of other personas that are overused, Yoshitsune is used by literally everyone doing playthroughs where they, you know, fight the bonus boss of the game, that sort of thing. So, not going to use him. Sorry. He's a badass, but he's a little too powerful for my tastes. But yes, he was a magistrate, so... Wow, rough life. Yes, as a tragic hero of the era, as he sort of lived into the transitional phase there and died from it, if you want to be technical. I don't know if you can get that info from anywhere around town. Maybe, but I'm not 100% sure. I knew the answer myself, though, so I mean, eh. And just like that, we're already well on our way to Knowledge Rank 3. Alright. Right.
Yep.
If I don't do it, who will? Well, we're the underdogs in a lot of these cases, so... Welcome back, Conker. With food. Alright, well... You can have all that. I don't need
What are
it.
your thoughts?
I probably should put in some last-minute studying, shouldn't I? I mean, I've been studying a little bit every day, but can't hurt to do a little more. What do we got here? Okay, so we can increase our rank with Anne if we decide to hang out with her. But again, I'm kind of like, about hanging out with people right now because exams are coming up. It realistically would make sense for us to be studying. Although I could kind of excuse it and say, well, it could be, we don't want to burn ourselves out. You know what I mean? Maybe we need a break from studying. We could hang out with Ryuji if we so choose as well. Let's have a look. Let's see. So Ryuji's here, he can't rank up. Anne is actually over in Shibuya, but she can rank up. And then Takemi's over here, she can't rank up yet, so...
I'll just add this.
Do we need a break? Or do we keep studying? Social stats or confidants? The million-dollar question every single day you play Persona. Well, Anne and Ryuji would be pretty well even there if I did that. I just wish Takemi didn't take an extra hangout session to get to rank 5, but you know how it goes. We really need to get her to rank 7 as quickly as possible, but then after we get her to rank 7, I gotta come up with the money to buy all of the things I want to buy from her, so that might take a little while. Okay, well, anyway, let's we saved it, so let's check out... I'll go on the train to Shibuya, and then I'll figure out what I want to do from there, so... Can you guys turn that down just a little bit? It might be copyrighted music. Thank you. Okay, on the train we go. So now we gotta make a decision, don't we? I think we'll go hang out with Anne. She's said she has an idea about strengthening her heart. And if she can gain some conviction the day before exams start, that's probably a good thing. Maybe we can get some conviction too. So where is Anne hanging out exactly? Does it say on the map where she's hanging out? I don't think so. Well, you basically have to find her yourself, but I know exactly where she is, so we'll head right over there. It's actually down here. Because she's hanging out in the underground mall, so we gotta go over here and up here, and then away we'll go. I like to think that when Saizo goes through the gates there and stuff like that, he's got like a phone case where his pass for the train is just in the back of his phone case, you know what I mean? So it's like, because you think about how attached to people's hands phones are nowadays, smartphones that is, and it just, I feel like that would make sense. So it's not like he's just like sliding his ticket across or something, he's just like nonchalantly taking his phone, which maybe he's had at his side, looking at, you know, doing stuff while he's walking, and then he's like, oh, hey look, a gate. Puts his phone down through the thing, slide through, done. I feel like that would make sense, but you don't really exactly directly get to see that. You can't really pan the camera to look at that when he's going through. As a matter of fact, I don't think there's anything in his hand when he goes through, but that's my headcanon anyway. Maybe it's for the best that we hang out with Anne anyway, because she feels, you know, if she feels like she's being watched by someone, it's, we gotta reassure her that it's either not happening or figure out who it is and then, you know, beat him up or something for it. Oh, you started training? Okay, that sounds good. Maybe we can go do a workout with Anne or something? I don't know. Let's hang out.
Yes!
We need a break anyway from all the studying. You know, Kashira Park, huh? I don't know, I just moved here, so you tell me. And for hanging out with Anne, we unlock a new place to go, Inokashira Park. It's a nice little nature walk type of a deal, so. Who's my favorite female in Persona 5? Oh, that's a loaded question. Are you asking in terms of the character that I like best, or are you asking who my best waifu is, Brohan? Because those are totally different people, I'll be completely honest with you.
All right.
If you're asking who best waifu is, by the way, I'm not going to tell you yet. We're going to save that for later. We will, I'll keep you hanging until I show who exactly that is. So, but in terms of my favorite female, yeah, best waifu, sorry, I can't tell you. We'll get to it later. Favorite female, just in terms of their character, though, like I said before, Futaba. But, sorry, I gotta keep you in suspense somehow. You know the game back and forth somewhat, so I gotta give you something to look forward to. So, but yes, if you want to hang out with people, sometimes they'll be like, hey, do you know a good place that we can go hang out? Now we have another place to go hang out besides just, you know, the diner or the arcade or something like that. Now we can go to this park and we can hang out with people who maybe enjoy nature a little bit. So, you have a feeling you know who it's gonna be? You can guess. I will not tell you one way or the other who it's going to be. But if you want to leave your guess for now, yes, Ryuji is best waifu. We gotta be honest there. But if you want to leave your guess, Brohan, go ahead. I will not tell you one way or the other. But then if you put your guess in now, we'll see if you're right later. So go ahead. You can make your guesses. You don't like guessing? Okay, well, that means you're going to be in suspense, though, for until we get to the point where I tell you who Saizo is going to become intimate with. But Inokashira Park isn't the only hangout spot that we can get. There are a bunch of different ones throughout the game that we'll get just from hanging out with people, so, and from increasing their confidant ranks. So it's a good idea to hang out with people regardless, because sometimes you'll get a new location that you can go to, and that's pretty good. I don't think that I'll get all of the locations on this first playthrough, but in New Game Plus we'll definitely be focusing on them because I won't have to worry about my social stats. They'll already be maxed out, so. And yes, you can match people up with places they like to go, and it will actually increase their points towards the next rank more than it would otherwise. So, And yes, there are books that also tell you about the different places you can go. Maybe later, when I have plenty of time on my hands to read books, I'll read the books that tell you about all the different hangout spots. But for now, we'll just get them through this, so... Yes, that's if I'm going to do a New Game Plus. I'm leaning more and more towards it every single time I play this game, though. So, you know what? I think I'll make this deadline for myself. By the end of this week's streaming, which there's going to be 4 more streams this week, so I'll have a good idea by then. I will tell you guys by the end of this week whether or not I'm going to do a New Game Plus stream through. And if I do decide to do it, I'll probably bump up the difficulty for it so that it's a little more challenging. But we'll see how it goes. By the end of this week, I'll tell you. So what are we going to train with, exactly? Yeah, does that mean cardio, or what? Okay. Yeah, how are we going to do it? Okay. Oh, so you want me to be mean to you, like fake mean, and you try not to get... Oh, Yeah, like, what kind of stuff do you want me to say? Like... Uh-oh. Guess I gotta come up with something on the spot. You're an airhead? Temperance Priestess or Star? Okay. Good guesses. Good guesses. Yeah, I don't like this, Anne. Can we stop? I'm sorry. Really, seriously, I don't... Let's not. I really want to stop. I don't feel comfortable doing this. Okay, I guess. Yeah, thank you for not spoiling who they are there. Thank you. I appreciate it. But yeah, those are good guesses. I don't know. How often do you think I get to play this game?
Yes.
Uh-oh. Yeah, I'm not so convinced this is gonna help you. What was your first clue? I think you're right about that.
Sorry.
Oh, hey, hang on. Oh, it actually showed up on my chat. Thanks, Kira. Thanks for hosting the stream there. I appreciate it. Oh, okay, so your agency's telling you... Oh, wow. That's bad. When a model doesn't show up for a photo shoot, that's pretty intense. That's some intense turnover they got there. Maybe they shouldn't be photographing high school students. Maybe that's the problem. That's just me, though. I know that Japan has different social standards for that sort of stuff. And I guess 17 magazine is a thing here in the United States, so I can't really say too much. Oh, so they're just lying through their pearly white teeth. That is a little strange. Yeah, I can imagine, yeah. Oh, really? You guys traveled to Finland too, okay. So they subbed you in and that was where you learned you liked it, or? Oh, okay, that makes a little sense now. It makes sense now why you've got kind of a cultured experience all over the place, then. It is kind of sad, though, that she only gets to see her parents like half of the year. I don't know if we should be as direct about it, you know, being... Well, I don't think this choice actually matters, though, if I'm being honest. I guess we could ask if she's lonely. Okay. Yeah, I can imagine it'd be tough when you're younger. Whoops.
Yeah.
I can see that. Okay. Oh, okay. I see. Man, that's kind of bad. I don't think you could make a living doing this either, Anne. Although at some point later, that the amount of money that we're gonna get out of this may make that debatable. But you know,
Yes!
it's a good way of looking at it. We do need your help with all of this. That we don't really have anybody who can use fire magic the way you can. So, all right, rank up. And this gets Anne the follow-up ability that Ryuji has there, which will allow her to perform a follow-up attack, have a chance to, if Joker doesn't knock an enemy down. All right. Cool.
What?
Oh, yeah!
What? Oh, sorry, I fell asleep. I'm gonna go do it now.
Oh, so you like the villain in it, huh? More of an anti-hero then. Well, I guess that's a good role model to look up to. So maybe you reflect that a little bit in your persona and in your, you know, the way that you model. I don't know. We will have to learn more about Anne's modeling career as we go here, but we'll learn more about it. Yeah, day by day. You know how it goes. Take it one step at a time.
Bye!
Later, Anne. Well, that was nice. That was nice. You know, we got to hang out a little bit. We didn't have to worry about studying too much. We got to learn a little more about her. That was nice. A good little, you know, a good little aside for us to do for the day. Even though, you know, we have a big exam coming up tomorrow. Oh shit, my phone. Speak of the devil, look who's texting me the night before exams. Oh, I've been getting a jump on it for like a week, dude. Where have you been? Yes, we do want to study with Ryuji, but I want to see what Sojiro has to say first before we do that. Oh, don't worry about that. I can handle that, as you can see by my fat wallet. Hey, Marcus L, how's it going? Yes, a very wholesome event. I liked it. You know, it's nice when you get to kind of connect with the characters a little more like that. So you get to know a little bit more about them. It adds to the immersion, like we've been saying with some of the nice touches that they've had throughout the game so far. Did I say your name correctly? I always have trouble with people's usernames and pronouncing them correctly. It's just kind of an unfortunate turn of events for me. I mean, I could shorten it to Mark if that's okay with you, but I don't know. So, but welcome regardless. Welcome to the stream. How's it going? Let's hang out with Ryuji. Let's get some studying done. Gotta do it. It's the night before. Might as well refresh everything in our memory. And they say teaching other people is a very effective way of learning things yourself, because you have to phrase it in a way that makes sense to them, and that reinforces your own knowledge of it. Brohan, thanks for hosting the stream. I appreciate it. Thank you. So yeah, let's study with Ryuji. So he's gonna be at the Shibuya Diner too. Okay, cool. Let's go do it then. I tried to follow through with it. I didn't want to, you know, not say it with conviction, you know what I mean? You took the time to pick out that username. I'm going to say it with conviction. But I'll shorten it to Mark there for you. Just because it's a little easier, you know what I mean, than remembering the whole pronunciation. Well, don't get discouraged. Let's start back over. Do it from the beginning. I know it's a lot of work, but if you start over, you'll see where you made your mistake. Right, exactly. Revision is the ultimate way of learning things, because if you revise your work, you'll reinforce how good it is. This is true in writing, this is true in math, this is true in a lot of subjects, and a lot of things in life too, so that I've found anyway. I'm not that worldly, but I'd like to think I've learned a thing or two here on this earth since I was born, so...
All right. Yeah.
There you go. See, not bad. You got it. Just took a little redo, that's all. Alright, cool.
Wanna head back?
I like the events leading up to midterms there with your friends there. You know, some of the low confidant rank stuff is good, but the studying alongside those things, it's really wholesome. You know what I mean? So, oh, that's okay, Brohan. I appreciate that you took the time to host the stream. It's a nice gesture, so I appreciate it. And yes, you can also notice mistakes you didn't see the first time around while you're doing it. So, that is also a good advice and a good way of looking at it. So. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, today's the day. Here we go. Sounds like the school is all abuzz, but their buzz is kind of split between what happened with Kamoshida and what's about to happen to them if they didn't study for the exam. Oh boy. Yeah, thank God for Google. I'll try not to look it up too much, though.
Shall we begin?
I'm going to go get the answers right now, but I'm going to try not to look at it. I'm going to let it load in the background on my phone. But I'm going to try not to look at them. I'm going to try to do it legit first, okay? Okay, let's see. So here's the cheat sheet. Let's not look at it for right now. Yes, Google does solve all the problems in this case, so. Oh, you missed out, Kira. Like I said, they're nice little events. They're real wholesome and everything. It's cool to kind of connect to people and everything like that. And in the case of Ryuji's confidant rank, now that I got those 2 points with him, I can actually get to rank 4 without having to hang out with him otherwise. So I always found it good to at least study with him because it means that you can do one more thing that you couldn't do before. So. Yeah, they are pretty much the same questions, so as long as I remember them, we should be okay, which, as we've established before, my short-term memory is not so good, but we'll see what I can do. Okay, here we go. So this is an optical illusion. Yes, stigmatism. Oh boy.
Ooh, we can do this.
Got it. Alright. Uh-oh. An essay this early? I'm doomed. Okay. What is the reason why people will see the same thing differently? So yes, if how they're seeing things is different, it probably has to do with visual info. So your brain processes the information that your eyes receive. Probably, yeah, because they have different cognitions. Not bad. Thanks for the assist, Morgana. Put your pencils down and your hands in the air. Oh, wait. Sorry, I'm channeling my inner cop. This is the first game you platinumed? Nice. I don't think I've platinumed this. I think I got like 3/4 of the trophies, though, just on the first playthrough, so that was pretty good for me. I usually don't focus on that too much, but I just happened to stumble into getting a bunch of them just from doing things throughout the game, just trying stuff out, you know what I mean? So. Okay, day 2. Let's do this. So Yoshitsune was a magistrate's patronage. Well, that's where it came from, was from him. Hot pot attendant. No!
We can do this.
He might be helping me cheat just a little bit. Good thing nobody knows that. Good thing nobody knows that he's in my desk just yet, though that might change later. Yeah, that's right, Mark. Hands on the hood of the car. Oh wait, Final Fantasy 15 was your first platinum. I can't even imagine with how much stuff that they've put in the game now that platinuming that game. It must have been an endeavor and a half, Rohan. I congratulate you for that one. It must have been absolute hell to get all that done. What is the origin of the English word talent? We didn't learn this one, did we? Maybe we would have learned this one if I hadn't gone to the palace on the 29th and 30th. Okay, cheat sheet for this one. Let's see. Apparently talent was at some point the name of a sum of currency. So, okay.
Ooh, we can do this.
The fishing side quest. I remember fishing in Final Fantasy 15. I have played Final Fantasy 15 myself, but I've only played it once. I played it like the day that I got it, which was like 2 days after it came out. I played it for like
Okay,
3
Cloud, so let's get
hours.
started.
I didn't do any major story events whatsoever. And then I was like, they have so much planned for this game. I need to play it when it's complete. Little did I know it would be like 3 or 4 years before it was complete. Thank you, Marnie. Thank you. Yeah, appreciate it. I got it though. I've got the cheat sheet on hand, so don't worry. If I'm concerned about it, I'll go look at that. But thank you for answering for me. So, oh, this is another one we didn't learn. I think. No, we learned this one. This was Evil is Born from Ignorance, I think.
Ooh, we can do this.
Almost put Desire, but I'm pretty sure it was Ignorance, so. Okay, so Japan is on a map on a 2-dimensional surface, and so because of that, you need 4 colors.
Ooh, we can do this.
Unless it's a 3D space, then you need to go a little higher than that. I wonder if it's just exponential when you go into another dimension. Like, do you need 16 to paint a 3-dimensional model of Japan? I'll have to look that up later. That's a good question. That's okay, Marnie. You're good. Oh, jeez. Shouldn't have done that, man. You're gonna hurt yourself. Man. Got 100% in the base game. That's right, yeah, I do have you on my friend list, so I can check it out. Yeah, I might go do that. Are there any spoilers in the trophies, though? I don't want to, like, get spoiled about the game's storyline. I mean, there's a lot of spoilers on the internet, but I've managed to avoid most of them so far. So. Oh. I've done that before. That's also not good. Yeah, I know that feeling. Me? No, I spent the night sleeping. What are you talking about? You think I could stay up till after midnight with this cat on my shoulders? You don't know this cat. Well, we're probably all tired considering, you know, it's been quite a an endeavor getting through these exams. It's 4 days worth of exams. It's got to be exhausting. Although I think if I remember Japanese schooling correctly, you actually get out of school early on the days that they have exams. I think it's like a half day or something. I mean, you take an exam all day while you're there, but then I think you get out early, if I recall correctly. So, not 100% sure on that, though. Yeah, gotta make that last little effort there. We're almost there. Oh my god, he called him a stupid monkey. Oh, good lord. I just imagine him saying that in, like, Frieza's voice or something. How can I be outdone by some monkey? It's not even Frieza's voice. I shouldn't even have tried. Damn.
What was that?
It is a burn fest in here. We're gonna need some, what is that gel that heals burns in this game? We're gonna need to buy Ryuji some of that after that one. Uh-oh. What's up, man? Oh, God. Is that stalker person again? Yeah, what's going on? A groper. How did you get... Where'd you get that? Something's going on. That's not how you say Aoyama Ichome, but okay. Uh-oh.
Oh my god, that guy got off.
Yeah, it is pretty intense there. Oh, will they stay hidden? Okay, gotcha.
Hey, just act like you care.
Fine. Come on.
Oh, he's got a plan. Let's follow him. He probably knows how to deal with this sort of stuff, so... Where'd we go? Alright, Conquer, see you in a minute there. And that's close enough. Surprise, motherfucker. Oh, hey, isn't that guy that we saw in the Memento stay there? He doesn't look like a stalker.
Hey, are you sure it's him, or are you just that self-conscious?
Not that.
Is there something you want?
That's my line. You are the one stalking me.
Stalking you? That's outrageous.
I
Well,
know
that's-
you've been following me ever since
Yeah.
the train.
That's because...
My goodness. I had wondered why you left the car. So this is...
Oh, is it really delayed? Yeah. It's happened a lot with my stream, it seems like. A lot of people are delayed from my end. Could be because my computer that I'm doing this on is wireless rather than wired, so it lags the stream between my connection from here and Twitch, but... Anyway.
I saw you from the car, and I couldn't help myself from chasing after you.
Yeah, that's literally the definition of a stalker, dude.
Didn't even notice the calls from Sensei, but thank goodness I caught up to you.
You have a sensei stalker?
Okay.
Stalker sensei? I'm still confused.
You're the woman I've been searching for all this time. Please, won't you
Wait a minute.
be the model for my next art piece?
Oh. Well, that went in a totally different direction than I thought. Unforeseen boy, yes.
All that I've drawn till now has been lacking, but I feel a passion from you unlike anyone else.
Well, she does have a fiery personality.
This man's highly suspicious.
You would think that, Morgana. You would think that.
Ain't this a recruit for some shady business?
Oh yeah, there have been people going around talking about that shady quick money thing. Wonder if he's one of them.
Will you cooperate with me? What do you say?
Hold your horses. Who are you anyways?
Oh, where are my manners? I'm a second year at Kosei High's Fine Arts Division.
That's a strange way of saying I'm a shady businessman. Yeah, uncomfortable intensifies, exactly.
My name is Yusuke Kitagawa.
Okay, so this is Yusuke Kitagawa, and I know how he pronounced it. That's how I'm gonna pronounce it. I'm sorry if it's wrong, but it's just the way that I learned how to do it. I don't like the way that they say Kitagawa. It just, you know, sounds like they're making air horn noises with their mouth when they pronounce it that way. Yes, he wants a muse, it seems.
I'm striving to become an artist.
Ah, and Madarame was the one that has the art exhibit coming up.
Huh? Do you mean that Madarame? The one who was on Good Morning Japan the other day?
The very same.
Huh.
You know who that is?
He was introduced as a super famous Japanese-style artist who's been recognized all over the world. But we heard that name the other day in Mementos.
Maybe Ixnay on the Amentos May.
Yusuke.
See, I think this event, to be honest with you, I think this event should have happened before we first went into Mementos, you know? I feel like it would make more sense if we didn't know the bad parts about Madarame just yet, because he threw somebody out in the street, obviously, from that one case. I mean, maybe he's not so bad, but you still have that lingering thought in the back of your head right now, like, maybe he's not a good guy. But if this happened before then, we wouldn't have that lingering feeling, and then it would be a surprise later. So, yeah, this is not the way to pick up girls. Please do not try to pick up girls this way. It's a good way to get pepper sprayed.
I'm sorry, Sensei. I'll be right there.
That old guy's Madarame?
Well, he has the part of a
Madarame
sensei, I'll
Sensei's
say that.
exhibition will begin at the department store near the station tomorrow.
Huh.
I'll be there to help out on opening day. Please come by.
Okay, get us tickets and we'll
It'd
come
be
by.
great if you could give me your answer in regard to being a model then. I bet you have no interest in the fine arts, but I'll give you tickets too.
Oh, I didn't expect him to actually give us tickets. Okay, cool. Even though he just, you know,
Well then, I hope
turned
to see you there
a
tomorrow.
cold shoulder to us by saying that crude remark there, but whatever. We got tickets to an art exhibit. All right.
That guy's as easy to read as a...
Yes, that's what I'm thinking. I feel like they should have done the exams like a day. Basically, instead of having the exams be on, say, the when do they start? The 11th? Have them start on the 10th. Do the Mementos quest this day, like after school. Like, maybe do this event before the schooling happens. Have them finish school. After school, have them go to Mementos, and then hear about it and be like, oh, okay. Well, we thought he was a cool guy, but now, I don't know. Yeah, I can imagine this would definitely be very creepy.
You're not planning on going, are ya?
Any sensible person would say absolutely not to that.
I think I will.
But, and might not be sensible? Okay. My time skip. Does Matthew Mercer voice, who said my time skip? Is that Dio? Did JoJo even have an English dub? I don't watch enough anime, I'm sorry. I just... very few times. I can think of one in Jak and Daxter: The Precursor Legacy, where it didn't end with the Muse scratching his eyes out, but I think that's a little different. Okay, later, Anne.
Dare you go after Lady Ann? I've memorized that face of yours, Yusuke.
Better watch Yusuke, he's gonna scratch your eyes out. Oh shit, super fast forward! I still have no idea why Anne said yes. It makes no sense.
You became acquainted with Madarame's pupil by chance?
How else would I have gotten acquainted with somebody from a different school? It's not like I play sports.
That's a little too convenient. It makes me wonder if you're even telling the truth.
So wait. Let's back up a second. You didn't think that I was lying previously when I told you about people's metacognition, a girl almost committing suicide at our school, a talking cat, and a castle popping up out of nowhere, but now you're questioning me on whether or not I'm telling the truth. Excuse me. I think you need to rethink your hypothesis.
So be it. What I want to know most is your method.
Okay.
It's true that Madarame was an unforgivable criminal worthy of the scorn thrown at him.
But we wouldn't have known about that unless we did something, right?
He was an adult who cultivated his own fame and fortune by sacrificing the livelihood of children.
Hey, Sai, I told people in my chat no spoilers. That goes for you, too.
But how did you discover such horrible deeds that were hidden all these years in such a short time?
Well, I'll tell you in song. No, we won't do that. If I sang, I'd probably have to end the stream because all of your ears would be bleeding, so.
Treasure, like you've said. If so, a different suspicion arises. People have gone mad or lost consciousness, never to recover, like the subway accident in April.
Right.
Depending on how you look at it, that could be taken as a phenomenon for a sudden change of heart, too. Were you related to those as well?
No, I didn't know about that at this point, so. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I don't think I was. The drugs are too strong.
I see. Fine. Continue telling me about Madarame's case. Keep it concise and only of the truth.
We need to quick ban Sai from the Twitch chat because she's spoiling everything. Anyway. Last day of exams. Let's finish this out. Yeah, some of the questions were tough, but I think we got them.
Yep.
I think so. We'll see what our score is on the 20th when they post exam results. I think we did good, though.
It's over.
Thank God.
It's over.
Man, his sounded significantly less enthusiastic.
How about you?
I'm not worrying about it. Yeah, it is what it is, you know?
Oh yeah, I didn't think of that.
That's not exactly what I meant, Ryuji, but okay.
You really should.
Yeah, I did fine.
Can we stop talking about the exams? Like it or not, they're gonna come back graded next week.
Right,
Rather than focus
exactly.
on stuff that's over with.
What are you looking at?
The usual site.
Okay, what's on there?
It's no use. There ain't any useful info. The number of posts are getting less and less too.
I am not letting this end as a one-hit wonder, okay?
I like how he says that the number of posts we're getting are less and less and blah blah blah, and then conveniently an image of Madarame shows up for his exhibit right on the screen next to him. Yeah, he did sound like he was about to cry. He probably, even with our studying that we did with him there, he probably didn't do so hot.
There's no point in getting antsy, though.
You just said we should worry about exams, but now you're saying we shouldn't get... I don't know.
I know. Why don't we go eat lunch
I'll stop.
somewhere? We still have some money left over from the other day.
Okay, well, yeah, we do have 6,000 yen
Sushi
left.
then, or domestic raised eel.
Both of those sound pretty
Don't
good.
have that much left.
Probably very expensive, though. So,
Oh, right. There are those tickets to Madarame's exhibit. Wait, that's tomorrow.
right.
Don't tell me. Was it love at first sight with that Yusuke guy?
Morgana, it's not love. She could get money out of the modeling gig. It's all it is.
That.
Of course not.
Not that I was worried or anything, but phew. Welcome back, Conker. We made it through our
When I was
exams.
watching that special on TV, his artwork was pretty nice. Plus, we've got free tickets.
Yeah, I mean, it's not like we have anything better to do tomorrow, so.
Besides, this could also be related to what we heard in Mementos.
Also true, yes. We could find something out about Madarame because we did figure out that he threw somebody out in Mementos.
Madarame,
So.
was it?
Yep. Yeah, I am curious about it too. Gotta follow up on this lead. Could be the only one we've got.
That aside, what should I do about the other 2 tickets? Want to go appreciate some fine arts for once?
Fine arts, huh?
I suggest we should all go together.
That sounds good.
Appreciating the fine arts builds character. A phantom thief who can't identify an original is lame.
Well, it would help if we could identify original paintings from copies.
Well, if everyone's going...
Because what if we steal a cognitive painting? Then how will we know if it's real or fake?
It's settled then.
Okay, yeah, I'm looking forward to it. It'll be cool.
Just the phrase going to an art exhibit sounds kind of mature.
Maybe if we went to that before we went to the fancy restaurant when they were trying to be like, these children don't belong here, we could have been like, I disagree with you. I went to an art exhibit yesterday. I'm high class.
Let's meet at the exhibit entrance tomorrow.
Okay, let's check out this exhibit tomorrow. I don't think we can do anything in the evening, but I'm not 100% sure. Today, that is. So.
Okay.
Yeah, we can't do anything right now. Oh shit, my phone! I mean, how often do you hear the name Madarame? I don't think it's that common. Yeah, it sounds about right. Right. Plus, if he just threw it out in conversation like that, like, it has to be somebody famous or at least recognizable, you know what I mean? He would have said, my teacher Madarame, or something else like that. I think he did say my teacher Madarame, actually, but he would have given context to it if it wasn't an easily recognizable name. He didn't. He just threw the name out there like we would know who it was anyway, so. Right. That's gotta suck. Yeah, I think so. Since we're looking into stuff anyway, this might be our only lead, so might as well look into this.
Well then.
Oh, so do you want to go in her bag tomorrow instead of mine? I mean, that's fine. I could probably clean out my bag tomorrow then if you do that.
Nice.
Houseplant's still healthy.
Now then.
Okay, I'll do my best. It's only one day of an art exhibit, but, you know. Okay, well,
I'll
anyway,
just add
let's
this.
save it real quick now that we're done with the exams. And we'll head to bed, and then we'll go to the art exhibit. Feel all high lifestyle tomorrow. Oh, is that the name of the event?
Oh.
Don't get any ideas, Morgana. We can't steal real paintings. We're not those kind of thieves. Yeah, exactly. You need to stop shitting in my bag, Morgana. We gotta clean that out. You need to go in someone else's bag tomorrow. It's like that commercial for the detergent where the guy's kid, he says she basically lives in her princess dress for like 6 days out of 7 in the week, but then he gives her the cowboy outfit and he goes in jail, quote unquote, once a week so that he can wash her princess dress. It's like that, except for a bag instead of a dress. Rainy day on the exhibit opening. Oh boy. That fourth option there about taking out a loan seemed a little bit off-kilter compared to the rest of the stuff about Madarame's exhibit. I wonder why. Yeah, basically, we steal souls. Might as well.
Crowded.
Might as well be, considering we take the deepest, darkest secret they have. It's like the essence of their soul. So basically, this game is Dark Souls 4. That's what I'm saying.
It'll be a pain.
Yeah, I'm sure everybody knew that already, but just to reinforce that. Yeah, don't get us kicked out now, Morgana. There you go.
You came.
We did.
Yeah.
What's going on?
You really came.
What'd you expect when you left us those tickets?
I mean, they were free. Who am I to pass up something for free? You know?
Make sure that you don't get in the way of the other visitors.
Okay, you too.
I'll show you around. I'd like to speak more about the picture I'd like to draw too.
The way that he acts around Anne versus the way he acts around Ryuji and Saizo there kind of reminds me of the way that Sojiro acts, to be honest, around us versus around whoever he's calling on the phone. Maybe they would relate pretty well to each other. Yeah, can't be sold for a long time if you steal real paintings. Gotta wait until that whole crime thing kind of goes under the rug a little bit. Like where nobody remembers it.
Right? What if he drags her behind some painting and tries something funny?
You don't know how paintings work, do you, Morgana? Plus, with the advent of the internet, you probably wouldn't be able to sell most stolen things anymore at all because you could just look up if something was stolen at some point, you know what I mean? There's probably a database for that or something. I don't know, I'm not into law enforcement or criminal justice, so...
I told you not to come out.
Well, he's good, there's no
Really
security,
gonna
but okay.
Appreciate the fine arts. Can't we just go home?
Not with Anne here. Yeah, what do you think's gonna happen if we just leave her here with Yusuke and Madarame? Like, come on. Yeah, let's learn about him a little bit.
I guess we should do a quick pass-through at once.
Maybe if we get up close and personal with him, we can get an impression of who he is as a person.
Which way are we supposed to start?
I think you go counterclockwise, if I remember right. That's clockwise, Ryuji. Oh, there he is.
Man from the other day.
That would be
We
Madarame.
to be truly surprised by your imagination. You have such expansive style. It's hard to believe that it all stems from one person.
Is that a leading question, Ms. Interviewer?
Where in the world does all your inspiration come from?
Well, it is rather difficult to put into words. They naturally well up from within my heart, like bubbles rising one after another in the spring.
He's so full of shit, it's not funny.
Naturally, you say.
I can't say why, though.
What's important is to distance oneself from worldly desires, such as money and fame.
He's also fake as shit, but I mean, like...
My atelier is a modest shack, but it is more than enough to pursue true beauty.
Okay, now, remember that he said it's a modest shack, because in a couple of days in-game, we're going to see what his modest shack, quote-unquote, looks like. You tell me if you think it's a modest shack. I'll explain my opinion when we get that far, but you tell me, guys. Oh, maybe he played Still Life. I think I heard about it, but I never really looked into Still Life, to be honest with you.
A shack?
I see. So the act of emptying one's mind gives rise to inner beauty. Still, to think we could hear the word shack coming from the great artist Madarame.
You would understand if you saw it.
Again, you guys tell me, because I have a strong opinion about that.
Wasn't the word shack something?
Madarame-san is actually here?
Over there.
I'm so glad I came on opening day.
Oh god.
Hey, stop pushing!
We're getting mobbed!
There's way too many people!
Let's get out of here.
I'm getting crushed!
Anyways, we gotta head for the exit. Don't die on us, alright?
Okay, I'll do my best.
I didn't know there were so many types of Japanese art.
Usually, one concentrates on their own style. However, Sensei creates all this by himself. He's special.
Is he?
There you are, Yusuke.
Sensei,
Well, hopefully Anne gets a little more information out of this than we do, because we didn't get a whole lot. I mean, we got Shaq, but...
Ah, the girl from yesterday.
And remember, we need
Are you
keywords
enjoying
for
exhibit?
the nav to work, so...
I don't know how to put it into words, but it's really amazing.
You're sensing something from the art.
That sounds like something that they'd put in Bloodborne or something.
Satisfaction. I hope this becomes a wonderful piece, Yusuke.
Maybe that would be an idea for a boss for Bloodborne 2, if that ever comes to happen. I'd be okay with a Bloodborne 2, that's for sure.
Well then, if you'll excuse me.
You'd imagine artists would be difficult to approach, but he seems really friendly.
Maybe he had previous customer service experience.
indeed.
Oh, this is it! The painting I wanted to see in person.
Huh.
This one?
He seems shocked by that.
I guess it's the painter's anger? I'm not sure, but I sense this strong frustration from it. To think such a cheerful and gentlemanly person could make such a piece.
I'll be honest, I don't know anything about art and, you know, examining art in a proper way for emotions or feelings. I mean, I can do it with, like, you know, video games and books and movies maybe, but, like, paintings, I'm kind of like, I don't really know where to start, you know what I mean? So I don't know if I'm getting the same vibe that Anne is, but she is more worldly than I am. She's been outside of her own country, so that's more than I can say for myself, so...
Something wrong?
Don't mind me. There are better pieces than this one. Come now, this way.
He's hiding something.
Hey!
It's also not a good way to pick up girls, to tell them that their opinion is incorrect about something like that.
Oh, lady totally elbowed me.
Are you okay, dude?
I remember now.
About what?
Well, let me get to it.
Well, yeah, that is true. Demon Souls 2 hasn't happened yet. That's up to Atlas, though. They still own the rights to the Demon Souls name, so it's up to them whether or not they want to go through with that. Are they the ones that made Atlas? That is, are they the ones that made Code Vein, or was that a Bandai Namco first-party one? Because I guess you could technically consider Code Vein to be kind of like Demon Souls 2, if it's an Atlas game. If not, then not so much. Yeah, you never know. You never know what they'll figure out. I mean, heck, they're remaking Spyro later this year, so you never really know with video game developers.
It's about a post online. Here, look at this.
Okay, what's up?
Why'd you leave without me?
We didn't have a choice, sorry.
You got it all wrong. We got dragged into this huge crowd and...
Right, yeah, that is also true. They might have a hard time doing sequels for exclusive games like that.
Anyways...
Because then they gotta, you know, make sure Sony's okay with it and everything too, so... It's a Bandai Namco first party? Okay, gotcha.
This post?
I don't know. I honestly... It wasn't really all that interesting for me, Code Vein, that is. But... Yeah, it's Souls-like, so I guess it might be okay, but I don't know. Maybe in the future I'll look at it. I got enough to play right now.
Japanese arts is plagiarizing his pupil's work. Only his public face is shown on TV.
Plagiarizing?
That's no good.
I didn't think much of it when I first saw it, but hearing Shaq and Madarame triggered it. His treatment of the pupils who live with him is awful. He teaches nothing and bosses them around. He treats them inhumanely, as if disciplining a dog.
Damn. Well, if all of that's true, then this is definitely something to look
Use
into.
on top of plagiarism, huh?
It's like murder, arson, and jaywalking all over again.
If this is real, it'll be a huge scandal.
But how do we make
I
it
wonder if
real?
Kitagawa-kun posted this.
Right, exactly. Yeah, it's really just dependent on if they can work out contracts and everything with Sony. So you're right, it's not impossible. It just depends on how both companies feel about doing a sequel. I know for a fact that the creator of Bloodborne, and incidentally the creator of the Souls series, I don't think he's very big on sequels himself. I think he likes telling singular contained stories. So we'll see.
I mean,
Even just something in the same
sequel of
vein
his.
as Bloodborne would be cool, but
Who knows? It's an
it's like we said, you never know.
In that case, it's possible the Madarame we heard about in Mementos is referring to the same one.
Well, I only know one master of Japanese arts, so, and I just met him just a second ago.
A man like that doing such a thing? I wonder if we can ask that shadow from earlier about this.
You mean, Nakanohara?
Oh, actually, we just need to talk to him in reality.
Where are we gonna find him,
How are
though?
we gonna go about that? Are we gonna explain it all, starting with Mementos?
Besides,
Good point.
if we make a move out in the open, there's the possibility that Madarame will find out.
Also a good point.
Oh, yeah, right.
This is tricky then. How do we approach this?
Hey, what do you think about Madarame? Doesn't he seem suspicious?
I think he's good at playing the game, to be honest with you. I guess I don't know. I mean, I said, you know, he sounds so fake and everything like that because it's just that his responses were just the most generic things that you could say in an interview situation like that. You know what I mean? Like, there's no personal stake in it. You know what I mean? I feel like if he was true to his word, he would have some personal stake in his words rather than just saying the most generic thing you could say possible. But I mean, I guess he could just be tired of conducting interviews like that. So I guess I could say I don't know.
There's this much overlap. Ain't it pretty much settled?
Well, it's worth looking into, I think. It's just tough to say whether or not he is or isn't.
This post is legit. Ain't this the kind of target we've been waiting for?
It would be a big shot.
Well, yeah, but is it really true?
By the way, what did you do about the whole modeling thing?
Kitagawa-kun gave me his contact info. And the
Okay,
address
so
to
she's
his
gonna go through with
sensei's
it too.
atelier.
Anyway.
He said he lives there, right? Perfect timing.
I guess we could go check it out for ourselves then.
Let's try going tomorrow. We're off to Madarame's house right after school.
Okay.
Huh? You want me to model tomorrow?
Well, I guess there is that, yeah.
This is too sudden.
Okay, well, when do you want to do it?
We're just gonna go talk to Kitagawa.
I don't know if we could talk to him, though, Ryuji. I think Anne would have to, so it's kind of got to be on her terms there.
Oh, that's what you meant.
Yeah, you go model when you want, Anne. That's not our choice.
Okay.
Right, it might be the big shot celebrity that we were talking about there, where we have to... Oh, then all we'll have to do is make a unanimous decision, and then we're good. Okay, well, anyway. Oh, we didn't get to drink Ojiru today. Oh, well. Actually, thinking about it, I think I missed Ojiru previously as well, didn't I?
I should
Hang on.
write something.
Let's go back and look. Yeah, I think I totally missed it on the 8th there, but yeah, that's okay. We don't need it that badly. This plant is still good. We can't do anything today, right? Yeah. Okay, let's check the couch then, see what he says. Yeah, I guess this is our first target as an official group, so we gotta be careful about it, but we'll see. Oh, hey, Home Shopping Channel's on here too. 4 bags of protein. 4,800 yen. I think that's less expensive than you could normally get 4 protein for. And I will need protein later on in the game when I go do some of the gym activities. You know what? We didn't buy Ojiru. Let's go for it. I hope you used the gift card for that, Saizo. Try to make use of it if I think it's worthwhile. And I'm pretty sure protein is like 2,000 yen a pop or something, 2,500. So that's not bad for 4 of them. So it'll take a few days for it to arrive to us, but then we'll be able to go from there. And then we'll have it in our inventory for later. Hopefully it just doesn't expire until I go do the gym events. I don't think that's going to be until, like, probably October in the game. I don't know. Yeah, we'll figure it out. Did I save that? No, I didn't. Okay, let's save. And then we'll go for a sleep and continue by investigating around Madarame's atelier, shack, what have you. We'll check it out tomorrow.
Oh, yes.
Okay, I'm back. No. I did say this was an episode of Nintendo Capri Sun, so we did need one of those before the episode was over. They did seem pretty good when we were looking at them yesterday, so... I am, sir, but what's your question? Well, it's not Madarame, I know that much. So it's either Picasso or Van Gogh. I think it's Van Gogh, if I remember. I know he painted a lot of stuff in the 1800s rather than the 1900s, but I don't think he was famous until way after he died, if I remember right. Let me just check my work. Yeah, it's Van Gogh.
Oh, not bad.
All right. Jesus Christ. So what would that be in actual, like, in US dollars there? So it's like 100 yen is a dollar. And so that would be 18 billion. You'd take 2 zeros off of 18 billion. 18, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That would be million. 7, 8, 9. 7 zeros means $180 million. Holy Jesus. I can't even tell you what I would be able to do with that kind of money because I will never see that kind of money in my lifetime ever.
Nice going.
Well on our way to Knowledge Rank 3. I think you need 48 points of knowledge in order to get to Knowledge Rank 3, if I remember right. So that would be, let's see. We got to Knowledge Rank 2, then we got 3 points, 6 points, 7 points, this is 8 points. So I think we're at 28 right now. So we're still doing pretty good on that. We might hit Knowledge Rank 3 and Guts Rank 3 at about the same time, actually. And that would be good because I need both of them as they're the next two social stats I need to focus on. So
All right.
we'll see. Yeah. I would probably not purchase paintings if I had that kind of money. I would probably... Yeah, I couldn't even tell you because, again, I can't even conceive what that kind of money would even look like. It's like... I probably couldn't... Yeah, I'm not even going to try because I don't think I could conceive what that kind of money would look like. Well, it didn't make him a tidy sum, though, Morgana. Let's be honest. Van Gogh did not really gain popularity until after he died. He was really obscure until after he died. So it doesn't make you a tidy sum. It makes other people who own your estate a tidy sum. $500 million. That's... Yeah, I can imagine. Yeah, if it's a painting by Leonardo. Yeah, that's an old painting. What is that, like 500 years old or something like that? My Renaissance era history isn't so good anymore. I haven't taken a class on it since probably 11th grade. There you go. There's your exact conversion. Thank you, Mark. 167,095,242 US dollars according to Google. That's insane. That's absolutely insane, and I couldn't even, yeah, like, that would probably be money stacked from my floor to my ceiling right about now, and I don't even know if we'd have enough room there. I mean, my ceilings are high in this room. They're probably like, well, hang on, let me stand up and look. Hold on. Probably like 10-foot ceiling, I think. I'm like 6'4", so it's pretty tall, but that is a lot of money. That is a lot of money. Okay, investigation a go-go.
Come on.
Well, we're still small time, dude. What do you want? We can't exactly have something like a, I don't know, the mystery machine or something just yet. Oh, can we? I assumed I was smuggling Morgana around. Well, I mean, that's what you are in the real world. It's the most convenient lie we could make up about who you actually are. What do you want us to do? Oh, so we are smuggling him. Whoops. Well, if H.C. Bailey's to be believed, then cats are technically the masters of their family unit. Yeah, that would probably... Well, let's see. If I remember right, every US dollar is about... Okay, well, there you go. There's your conversion. I was going to say, I think every US dollar is like 66 cents? Or 66 English... 2/3 of an English pound, basically. If I remember right, but I'm not 100% sure on that.
Hey!
Uh-oh. We've been caught! Oh, that's a good lie. It's a stuffed animal. Good evening, Distressler. How you doing? Thanks for coming. Right. Yes, it meows when you press on its head. Oh, no. Here. Just go along with it. Just go along with it, Morgana. We'll... Uh-oh. I remember this event. Okay, so... Regular human being, asshole, psychopath, but this is the funniest option, of course. I can't. I know how much this one is calling my name to press the third option. I know it's calling for me, and I know you guys want me to press it. I know it is. It's calling for me to press it, but I can't conceive myself doing that to him, man. I'm sorry. I can't. There you go. Maybe I pressed a little too gently. Yes, speedrun mode activate. It is really funny, this scene, though, if you button mash, so... Yeah, sorry. I can't. I can't bring myself to do it. I really can't. Maybe it's a thing with me and animals. Like, animal abuse is one of those things where I'm just like, if it happens, and I know that it's happened, and I know who you are, the person who's done it, you're an irredeemable human being in my eyes. And I think, honestly, button mashing Morgana's head, even if he's not an actual cat, might border on animal abuse. So I'm just not gonna do it. Thank you, Carbon. Sorry. It's on YouTube though. You could look it up. It's like a 2-minute cutscene or something that you could look up on YouTube. So. Oh no! Don't get it in my bag. I just cleaned that. Phew, that could have gotten real bad. Nice job, everybody. You should get Ryuji to do it. Oh boy. I don't know. Where would we transfer to?
For real?
Well, we could call a cab. Yeah, save before the event. That's probably the best way to do it, but, too late now. Well, I do have a save, too, but, again, can't do it. Sorry. Yeah, he's like, well, I wanted more gentle petting. I may not be a cat, but that's the kind of respect that I deserve, damn it. He knows Ryuji would have button mashed him. That's why he's being disrespectful.
Okay, let's get going.
Okay, so at the end of Central Street. Alright, cool. So let's head that way then. Well, we'll find out, Anne, once we go there. Are they going to follow me, or are they just going to... Yes, they are. Okay, cool. No, you don't actually have to button mash if you choose that option. The main character will do that for you. and it's pretty funny. But again, I honestly, I can't legitimately conceive of myself doing it. It would pain me physically to do that to a video game animal character. Like, it just... And I know that's... Well, no, you know what? I can see why somebody would do it, because it's hilarious. It's so disjointed and derailing for that option to be there. So I can see why someone would just be curious and be like, oh, well, what do you mean button mash? And then you see what happens and it's like, oh God. Oh boy. But yeah, I can see why someone would press it. I just can't bring myself to do it, that's all. Wonder how that interview is going to go with us just kind of standing around there and Anne trying to talk with the person. See your hand going with the reporter, like, what are you talking about? Blah, blah. Anyway, let's get going. Weird email. What that's all about.
Wait.
Yeah, I wonder if it'll come up in the anime. Oh, God. I mean, let's be honest, though. Persona 4's animation was hysterically funny. So they will probably bring that up in the anime there. And we won't have to wait that long to find out either. I think that, because episode 3 just aired, what was it, yesterday? And I think they're already getting, like, into the palace itself there. I think they did Anne's Awakening yesterday, if I remember right. I'll be honest, I didn't watch the animation. But it probably won't be long before they get into it, so. Yeah, exactly. That's the way probably a lot of people did it, so. I know that if you want to watch someone's reaction that is hysterically funny, you can watch Shenpai's reaction to it, because I believe this was her first Persona game as well when she played it last year, and her reactions to this game are freaking priceless, man. She's so funny, just from her natural reactions to things. She's just so inherently naturally funny. She could literally be a stand-up comedian. I would pay money to go and watch Shenpai be a stand-up comedian. I seriously would. She's that funny of a person. And just her reactions to this game were absolutely priceless, so I would highly recommend going and checking it out if you haven't seen her reactions in her videos to this yet. It's pretty great. Trust me, it's pretty great. Okay, so off through Central Street, and here we go. But meanwhile, thousands of miles away.
Former Olympian.
Yeah, I've seen clips of the P4 anime, but I haven't watched the entire thing myself. I know I've watched the funny clips basically, and that's why I know that it's pretty freaking funny, because there are tons of great clips from that anime that have been in my recommended list on YouTube before. So.
Reason for turning himself in is a heavy conscience, huh?
He confessed to his sins.
The human mind doesn't change that easily, let alone their natural temperament.
Well, it's not his natural temperament, though. It's under heavy stress from all of the crazy things he's done. Plus, 2 weeks before, someone he was abusing tried to kill herself. How do you think that would make you feel?
Shujin Academy.
Okay, gotcha. Thanks, Carbon.
It's doubtful. Perhaps I'll have someone look into it, just in case.
Wonder what he's gonna look into. Now, for me personally, I think that scene with the SIU director. Now, this might be kind of a spoiler. Well, let me think about it before I say it. Well, I'll just tell you what I was thinking, basically. I won't say much more. I think that scene with the SIU director also should have happened earlier in the game. I can't say why for right now, but yeah, I think that should have happened, like, at least a week earlier in the game, if not earlier than that. I'm forgetting when the exact event that I'm thinking of happened, but we should have gotten that scene earlier, I think. You'll see why later, but yeah.
We're at the right address.
So you tell me, viewers, does this look like a shack to you?
The door plate does say Madarame.
Because when I think of a shack, I think of a one-story, like chicken coop, basically, like a one room, one story, kind of like not really well put together wooden shack. I mean, I know that it looks like it's made of like sheet metal on the outside, but it looks like an estate house. I'll be honest. I mean, it's fitting for an artist because it's kind of like the decor is kind of funky looking, but this doesn't say shack to me. I would live in this house, okay?
You ring the bell.
It's a very nice shack. Yes, Marnie, it is. It's a very nice shack.
Me? The walls won't collapse when I do, will they?
Well, they're not made of straw or sticks, so probably not.
No one sneeze or we'll blow this house down, okay?
Would they know about the Three Little Pigs? Does Japan have that fable? Well, Anne would know about it because she's been in the United States before and all over Europe, presumably, so she probably would know about it. I don't know why Morgana knows about it, though.
Who is it?
And then wait till you see the inside, too. The inside is pretty nice, too, so...
It's Takamaki.
I'll be right out.
Well, that was a 180.
People really do live here.
I guess, though, it kind of makes sense that it's a big house because, you know, if he has tenants, if he keeps students there, they would need someplace to live, obviously. But, again, still don't see Shaq.
You
Hi.
two are here as well?
Well, what did you think? We're like her posse, basically.
Hey, sorry, but we ain't here to talk about the modeling thing. There's something we gotta ask you.
Oh my god. Oh no. That's terrible, Kira.
Is it true Madarame's plagiarizing stuff? He's abusing people too.
Yeah. I can
Are
imagine.
you serious?
Well, we actually, incidentally, while I'm laughing at Shaq Meat over here, Ryuji just spilled the beans immediately. Probably not our best move.
We read about it online.
This? Preposterous! Not only is the plagiarism impossible, but abuse? If he hated children so much to harm them, he would never allow pupils into his home.
Well, I mean, that can go both ways, though. Like, it's easier for him to physically abuse them if they're in a private place, you know?
And I'm the one residing here and studying
Yeah.
under him. I'm saying it's not true, so it's beyond doubt.
You say that, but your face definitely doesn't say that.
You might be lying about it.
Mm-hmm.
That is utter rubbish.
Why'd you stutter, then?
I had no family when Sensei took me in and raised me into what you see now. If you continue to ridicule the man I owe my life to, you will rue this day.
No, don't. Let's not get serious now.
really
We're not
think
trying to
that?
get aggressive, but...
Yusuke,
Oh, hey, Madarame.
what's the matter? I heard you yelling.
These people are slandering you with baseless rumors.
Forgive them, Yusuke. They must have heard some bad rumors and came in worry for their friend's safety.
Actually, that's not far off.
Understood, Sensei.
Yeah, Matthew Mercer does have a pretty good evil laugh there. It's even better than mine, so... Yeah, he did wink, so... Clues us in a little bit. There may be more to
I
this than
doubt
we
that
think.
A cranky old man like myself could be liked by everyone.
That's not what we meant.
I'm sorry to have butt in on your conversation.
I mean, it's fair. You gotta protect your image somehow.
However, I do have neighbors around. Won't you please keep it down?
Hey, tell that to your student, man. We weren't yelling.
Now, if you'll excuse me.
That was discourteous of me. I'm sorry. I know. I think you'll be able to believe in Sensei if you saw that painting.
Which painting is that?
It's his maiden work, as well as his most representative.
Yeah.
It's titled
Could be one or the
Sayuri.
other, but... In this case... Oh, that's a pretty good painting there, Sayuri.
Sayuri?
This was the painting that inspired me to become an artist.
It's so beautiful.
I don't know all this fine art stuff, but even I can tell that this is impressive.
Well, you guys can probably see it better than I can, and by you guys I mean Ryuji and Saizo and Yusuke, because I can only see it on that phone, and the image isn't exactly, blown up for me to be all impressed by it,
When I first saw you, I felt the same powerful emotion as when I saw this painting.
Me?
Wonder why.
I wish to pursue beauty like this. And I believe drawing you will be part of that pursuit. I implore you, seriously consider my offer. I'm sorry that you took the time to come all this way, but I must assist Sensei today. I hope that we can discuss this further another time. If you'll excuse me then.
Well, that didn't exactly go how we
Seem like
thought.
nice guys, don't they?
I mean, I guess when you get over the fact that Yusuke was lying through his teeth about whatever we were talking about.
Maybe the Madarame
It's the same as Jotaro's and Hit.
Mementos is a
Gotcha.
different person.
Okay, gotcha. That makes more sense then. Yeah, the time skip thing does make sense now. Where was I? Here we go.
Man, right when we thought we found a new target too.
How's the metanav?
Let's check it out.
Hey, the app.
Was it picking up our conversation?
I think so.
Display. It means that Madarame has a palace too, right?
So maybe he's not all he's cracked up to be.
But why?
Madarame, plagiarism, and then Shaq, huh? These seem to be the keywords.
Okay.
For real though, what the hell's going on? Does an old man like him really have a palace?
We have the person's name and the location.
So what else do we need?
All that's left is the what that Madarame mistakes the shack for to enter his palace.
You mean like how Kamoshida thought the school was his castle?
Right, okay, that would make sense.
That's right. Let's try saying some things. They can be random guesses.
Okay,
It's a bit sudden though.
Well, what do you
Why
mean?
don't we start with castle?
Okay, try it. No.
Then what about prison?
Nope.
What a pain.
I like how we're just throwing out random guesses at this point.
And guidance counseling office. Might as well add farm.
I can only type so fast, dude. Hold on.
Not a single hit.
Why would you put farm in there anyway? Like,
Should we come back another time?
A building that's related to artists. If we think from there, what would it be?
a building that's related to artists. He did seem pretty at home in the art exhibit that we were at earlier in this what was that, yesterday in the game? He did seem pretty at home there, so maybe a museum? Oh shit.
Beginning navigation? Whoa, really?
I think I got it. Oh boy, here we go. Oh, that sucks, Brohan. Sorry to hear that. That's no good.
Hey, wait!
Just now, after I entered thing, it literally pushed us in here by itself, though. Yeah. You would have noticed because you were right next to us and our clothes changed. How could you miss Panther's outfit? Like, come on. Kind of different from what she wears normally. True. Very true.
Hey.
Oh, okay.
What?
Speaking of which, I think we found the museum. It's kind of a funky looking museum though, huh?
Hey.
Okay, sure. We'll check it out. What's pretty loud there,
So
Kira?
extravagant, to the point that it's gaudy. It's a museum, right?
Is it anything that I'm like my game, the microphone? What's pretty loud? Oh, Panther's out. Oh, God. Okay. Sorry, I thought you were talking about actually like something that I could like control, like the volume controls or something. I'm sorry. I totally got the wrong idea. Yeah, it is pretty loud. You're right about that. It is. It makes a serious statement. That's okay. That's okay.
This is Madarame's?
A palace is a scenery driven by desires. Just like how Kamoshida's palace was a castle.
So Madarame is very gaudy because he likes gold, and by extension, everything in there is gold? That's the impression I'm
Madarame's
getting.
artwork is on display at museums in reality too, though. This exhibit was popular, and people already respect him. Why would he fantasize about a museum?
Good question.
You got a point. It ain't related to plagiarism or abuse either.
Let's try looking around. Racking our brains here won't do us any good.
True, we are already here. I might as well give it a shot.
Right. That aside, ain't a museum a must for Phantom Thieves?
There will be pretty good stuff to steal in here, that's true.
Now that's our Joker. I feel the same.
I mean, we'll have to be careful of the traps, obviously, but like... Yeah, gaudy and ostentatious, yeah, definitely.
Yes!
It's like those people in Minecraft or like the the crafting games where you can make solid blocks of gold and you like make your whole house out of it. It's like, I don't know. I feel like you could have used the gold for something else, but okay, sure. You do you. I'll just be happy that I found any gold in the first place in those games. I don't know, man. When I played Minecraft, like, seriously, because my roommate and I played Minecraft when I was in college, and we created, like, a whole area, a whole world. Like, we created, like, almost a little town for ourselves there, and we had like NPCs and stuff like that in there. When we did it, I made a modest like one-story building for myself by the water, like out by the ocean, and it had a tower in it too. But yeah, I didn't make anything super fantastic in that game, so it is a little too much. No, we're Phantom Thieves, remember? We don't need to go through the front door. We ain't waiting in no lines. We do have to figure out my dog's barking at, though. Oh, neighbors again. Jaeger, you're alright. It's okay. They're okay. They're okay. You're good. You're okay. You're okay, good boy. Good boy. Good boy. Okay. Okay. The Pablo Escobar of art. Yeah, it is a shack, isn't it? It's a fancy shack because you see the Q at the end. That makes it fancy. Speaking of Shaq Fu's getting either a remake or a sequel later this year, and I don't know whether I'm super excited or entirely disappointed with humanity by that. I don't think we ever messed with redstone or traps when I played Minecraft. I think my roommate did. He knew more about Minecraft than I did. I think he set me up with a door or something like that, like an automatic door in my place, in between where I kept my pets and where I have my beds. But I think that was all I really did with redstone in the game, if I remember right. Okay, so here we are in Madarame's palace. We don't have a whole lot going on in here right now. Okay, let's just head back. I'm just trying to see if I can find the velvet room there, because there's supposed to be a velvet room around here somewhere. I guess it's not here yet. Oh well. Yeah, could be both. You're right. Alright, well, let's check around here first. Yeah, it's a little bit more pronounced than it was outside of here. Mark, thanks for following. I appreciate it. Thank you. Sorry, I had to jump up from my chair when I heard the sound effect go off. I don't know who Balthus is, actually, now that I'm thinking about it. Okay, Brohan, thanks for coming. Hopefully it all goes well for you with the washer there. Hopefully it's not too much work that it leaves for you since it's broken down there. Take it easy. Yeah, I'll see you tomorrow for the birthday stream there. Oh, that's okay, Marnie. That's no problem. Yeah, maybe we're missing something. And I guess we can find out what we're missing by heading down here. There's a security guard at the front entrance there. Well, he's not difficult though, so I guess there's that. Somewhere. Can I get over to... Oh, nope, guess I can't. Uh-oh. Okay, so this is the front entrance, so we can't go through that way. So let's try the side path. Is there something over here that I can look? Focus. Yep. There we go. A pearl! Nice. When I sold the pearl, by the way, earlier that we got from in the treasure chest there in Kamoshida's palace, it sold for 1,000 yen. So that will help us out if we get pearls normally, just kind of like the onyx that we got previously. So. Oh, okay. Gotcha. That's quite a thing to do. Focus. Focus. Oh, one thing I forgot to mention, by the way, if you hold down the X button, you can actually chain together jumps and stuff like that. So you don't have to, like, press it individually each time. You can just hold down the button and it'll let you do it, so. Yeah, that's quite a career choice. I don't think I could ever even conceive of doing something like that. I think I need to go back down, actually, because I think there's something I missed back over there. Excuse me. Jesus Christ. I'm gassy today. I have something. It's actually good, though. It's gross, obviously, that I'm feeling gassy today. I mean, it's... Like I said, yeah, it's gross, but I was having a very bad case of heartburn yesterday, and it wasn't like normal heartburn where you get like, you know, you get like that burning sensation or whatever. No, it felt like there was something stuck in my throat, and I was having trouble breathing and swallowing because of the heartburn. I looked it up. I had to look it up. Apparently, it's this weird, obnoxious, not very common kind of heartburn. Or acid reflux, but it was scary, man. I thought I was choking on something. I thought I was gonna have to go to the hospital, but no, it's gone basically now. So the way I see it, the more that it gets out of me, the less likely a chance I have of having it happen again. You know.
Hey.
Okay. Yeah. Anybody got a rope or something? Oh, he does have a rope. Cool. Gotcha. Okay, so... I don't know, though. I don't know if I could... This is me pretending I'm an art critic for a second, but I don't know if I could take stuff like that as a serious art piece. You know what I mean? Like, it's basically, like, child pornography, isn't it? So, like, how can you... I mean, that's illegal in the United States, so, like, how can you take that as a serious... anything? I don't know. Maybe I'm just being obnoxious. I don't know. It's quiet. Too quiet. You know, other than the bass that's bumping outside of my window because somebody turned their music all the way up. The paintings are swirling a little bit, so maybe there's something to them. Is there anything up there that I could look at? Hang on. An unsigned mug. Okay. I could drink my coffee out of that. Not bad. Anything up here to steal? Yep. Better grab it first. There we go. A sooty kettle. Focus. Yeah. Probably not that valuable. Name and age? Seems like a weird thing to put. Well, maybe not, though. To put right next to a painting. Okay, let's check the other ones out. Oh, okay, we gotta go to the next room. But it looks like the next room is locked. Well, that room, anyway, is locked.
I can see it.
These look suspicious. Is it gonna be like Super Mario 64 where we go into the paintings? Let's find out.
I can feel it.
Yeah, these green things look suspicious.
Focus.
Like they're gonna jump to life at any moment or something and shoot some lasers at them or something like that. Is that Naoto? From Persona 4? Looks suspiciously like Naoto. Although, I don't know if that's a hat or if that's their hair. So I guess it could just be me looking at it incorrectly. Hey, look, another something to steal. More pearls!
I can feel it.
Oh, okay, yeah, that would make sense then. Once his public image came out, people were the critics were probably like, well, maybe we got it wrong.
Focus.
More stuff to steal.
Focus.
This is an interesting little transitional piece there. Well, it could just be the wing of the museum that we're in, you know. Wow.
Damn it.
Yeah, that looks suspiciously like Nakanohara there. Yeah, and it's right there on the plaque too, huh? Right, you would think. Lots of pieces here, but they don't really add up just yet. Maybe we just need to look around some more.
I can see it.
I get the feeling, though, we're gonna have to, like, escape with, like, all these laser gates in place or something like that. You know, with all this stuff going on.
Wait!
Well, I know what this button's gonna do. It's gonna open this gate. Like, come on. Gotta create a shortcut for ourselves for next time. What? Oh! Okay, that's Yusuke.
Hey.
What's his painting doing here? Well, they all seem to be pupils of Madarame here. Yeah.
What?
Maybe that's who he's currently teaching there, Ryuji. It's probably why Yusuke's is so large there, because he's the only one left right now. Okay. Yeah, they're all well painted. Yeah, well, I mean, they are, but, you know.
I have something.
Ooh, that looks fancy. I do have a lockpick, so maybe we can bust it open. Let's check it out. Oh, there's a pamphlet over there, huh? Okay. Well, I know what catches my attention. Treasure. Is that a suitcase that it's in? Protect mask, okay. Let's check that out. Probably better than this breath sash. Evade curse. Not better than this breath sash. Okay, well, actually, probably I could use that attachment pearl. I don't think you can sell the attachment pearl if I remember right, so probably use that better than the 10 HP. I mean, 10 HP isn't going to do me that much good anymore, you know? It would have put me above Ryuji in HP, which is quite a feat, but eh. Okay, before we check that out,
A chest! Talk about luck!
let's go grab this. This is a locked one. Thankfully, I have 5 lock picks, so we should be fine. What do we got, Morgana? A training whip for Anne, another pearl, and a snuff soul. Alright, cool. Let's see what that training whip does for her. It's probably, yeah, it's definitely better than the leather whip. See, like, in a case like this where they hand me a weapon, I'm going to equip it, obviously, but in terms of weapons that I purchase from EY there or something like that, I'm not going to prioritize purchasing them unless they have a really good effect on them. So that's just how I roll, you know. Anyway, now let's check out this pamphlet. Well, obviously he wants to self-indulge a little bit. Oh, hey, a museum guide. That means we've got a map. Nice.
Nice.
Right, exactly. So now we can get an idea of how far we have to go to get to it. Yeah, it's almost like he's an artist. Oh, I guess we're gonna need to find another map then. Probably deeper into the place, that's all. Right. Yeah, seems kind of fishy to me too. Anyway, let's see what we can find out about how big this place is. Another floor, central garden, and that's all we've got for right now. Okay. Well, let's keep going then. See what we can find out about here. Anything else to steal? No, probably not. What's in here? Interesting sculpture. Ooh, hold on. Back around here. There we go. What do you suppose this is?
Look at this.
What is it?
The Infinite Spring?
Is this where his ideas come from?
A work of art that the great director Madarame created with his own funds.
Director and funds, huh? Well, first of all, he's poor. And second of all, why would he refer to himself as a director in his own cognition?
These individuals must offer their ideas to the director for the rest of their lives.
That doesn't sound like an artist to me.
Those who cannot do so have no worth living? Hey, this is most likely about the plagiarism, right?
Yeah.
Damn it. What a phony geezer.
And so the truth comes out.
In other
Well,
words,
sort
his
of.
pupils are his property. He doesn't even
Yeah, he does have a lot of
qualify as an
banners
artist,
there.
if this is true.
Guess it makes sense though. This is his cognition, so he would be kind of narcissistic in here.
He's stealing the ideas from talented students in exchange for securing their livelihood.
What an asshole!
I wondered about those portraits on display. They must all be his pupils through his cognition.
The ones that he's directing, quote unquote.
This even says that they have no worth. Couldn't this be about the abuse?
And that would link to those artists that we've seen that have been out on the street recently, because they would have been kicked out of his tutelage there.
Madarame will keep them around as long as they're useful to him. But the moment they're not...
Gone.
He's treating them like slaves or tools.
Why is Yusuke keeping quiet about this? He's got no reason to cover this up.
Stockholm Syndrome?
He did say that he owes Madarame his life for being taken in.
But still.
When we were at the exhibit, I praised one of the pieces on display. But Kitagawa-kun acted strange.
How so?
Maybe that piece was plagiarized too.
You think it was his piece, maybe?
What's the call? Ain't this enough to target Madarame?
Let me ask what they think first.
We should confirm these facts with Yusuke first.
Okay, that seems fair.
Yeah.
Confirm what, though?
It means we should get solid evidence that such crimes actually took place.
Right, because I mean, his cognition can say one thing, but he could just be super narcissistic, you know what I mean? Like,
What a pain in the ass.
I gotta be thorough about this, Ryuji. We can't just go in, you know, without everything checking out first.
Besides, there's too much we don't know about Madarame yet.
Right.
You're right. I'll try contacting Kitagawa-kun.
Okay.
I might be able to get the truth out of him if I accept his modeling offer.
Okay, well, as long as you're okay with it, Anne. I know that, you know, after the Kamoshida thing, it might be hard, but...
Wait, you're gonna do that?
You all better come with me, okay? I'm scared to go alone.
Okay, we'll be there. Don't worry about that.
Renowned artist, huh? Wow, this might be tougher than Kamoshida.
Well, I mean, we're tougher too, so...
Well, We'll just prep ourselves until we get confirmation from Yusuke.
There we go.
This is our first mission as real Phantom Thieves. We're gonna succeed no matter what.
That's the attitude I want to hear there, Ryoji. Well, we got a little bit of confirmation. Now we just need to get the... we need to get Yusuke to cough up the truth there. Oh shit, my phone! That probably depends on the person and the situation. Yeah, what about that is... I mean, we know it's suspicious, but what are you thinking? Okay, I see what you're saying. I mean, I've met some of his victims. I mean, those people that were thrown out on the street there, the homeless dude that's sitting over by the smoking area and on near Central Street. That's enough. That's the whole ethical argument about it. It's like, if you know a person is going to do something bad but they haven't done it yet, should you preemptively stop them from doing something bad? That is the age-old ethical question, Anne, and I don't know if anybody has a solid answer for it yet. Well, you're not Yusuke, though, Ryuji, so... Yeah, let's see how Yusuke feels first. Okay, sounds good. So, we're gonna have to meet up in Shibuya to check out the artists that have been thrown out by Madarame tomorrow. And then hopefully we'll be able to confirm this with Yusuke by presenting overwhelming evidence that puts Madarame in a totally bad light and confirms him to be the bastard that we think that he is. But we're going to have to figure all of that out on the next episode of Persona 5 The Stream Edition when we continue tomorrow for my birthday stream through. We're going to go for a little bit of length on that stream through, which is good because we're going to be probably going into the dungeon a little bit tomorrow as well. So we might actually get close to the 4-hour mark again, which I haven't done since I played Inside. So we'll see how that goes. But until that point, thank you for watching, everybody. I appreciate you coming out to Twitch and YouTube to check out the stream. If you would like to see when I'm streaming next, please be sure to check out my schedule. I have it posted below the stream feed and also pinned to my profile on Twitter. I will see all of you. In the meantime, I'll see all of you on the next one. Take care, and have a good night.
Let's do it.